train a coon dog to run. Told me, son, never take more than what you need, and always live your life by the hunter's creed. Boy, don't take that shot unless you're sure it's going down. Boys, you know this dog will hunt.
Hey guys, last week we were week 1 Trophy Room Adventures in Ohio, part 1. This week we're going to jump over part 2, and we're with another hunter now for opening week in Ohio. You guys stick with us. We're going to go with Rocky here and see what he can get done. Well guys, not only did this deer get within 15 yards of the stand Rocky had been hunting, there were 2 more bucks come out that afternoon, and we'll show you a little bit of that also. we're gonna back up and go to the opening interview that Austin did, and you guys can figure out what the problem is why we hadn't shot yet.
Hey guys, it's Dion, 4th day here, first week here in Ohio. It's the first cruise in here. Seen some deer, boy shot one. We could never find it, so but been seeing deer, saw a couple shooters last night. I'm sitting in the field, filming from a distance from one of the guys named Rocky. He saw a couple bucks here in this spot yesterday, so maybe he get one today. He said about a couple hundred, maybe about 100 yards, a couple hundred yards or so from me, so see what happens. Maybe we get a good one. I'm sitting there, I have my head leaning down like this. I just happened to look up, and there he was, standing right there in front of me, right there on the tree line. And he stayed there for a little while, and then he worked his way in, come about 15 yards, made a scrape, walked in front of me, went behind me in the woods. And then all of a sudden looked to the left, messed up deer come up one good side, that broke off on the other side. He didn't have nothing to do with the field, come out, went in the woods. Then doe come out at him, then he got spooked, ran to me, then an 8-pointer come out, worked its way to me, made a scrape, messed with the lens and peed in the scrape. And then as I looked back to my right, a doe come out in the field. So
All this happens and you're not hunting.
I'm not hunting.
You're filming.
This is what I'm carrying.
And you got a big zoom on that camera, and you're filming Rocky here.
Yeah.
Which is
Who's been hunting that stand for the last 2 days.
Yeah, he's been hunting it for 2 days.
And I had 2 bucks come 15 yards.
So he decides to move to the other stand to get closer to where the deer will be in. And guess what? They're
I
down
see.
where Austin is.
With a camera. No crossbow. No bow, no nothing.
That's why they call it hunting and not killing. We're going to jump over now back to North Carolina, to our home state, and we're going to go with Brother Jeff Scholler. He's on the pro staff. He helps us out a whole lot here at Trophy Room Adventures, and he's with Coach Cortell Wright today, and they're looking for some jerky for the freezer.
Hey, I'm Cortell right here, hunting here with Trophy Room Adventures this morning. It's October 22nd. It's still our bow season here in North Carolina. We're going to take the executioner out this morning and try to get some jerky meat, and let's just see how it goes. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's get him out here a second, Doc. Yeah, I need him out in a hurry. Q-Man just shot his very first buck ever with a crossbow, and so it's a deer we've been wanting to get off of our land. We call him the social misfit. His horns are turned wrong, they're all messed up, and he's just a puny fella, but we also been wanting some jerky meat, so for all you bighorn lovers, this hunt is not for you, it's for us. So anyways, we're gonna wait a few more minutes, and then we're gonna go over and see what the shot looked like. See if we got a good blood trail, and if we do, we'll make our decision. Hey, that's one of them screwed up bucks on the hit list. I know, and that's jerky meat. Oh, whatever you want to do it. Oh my goodness. Wow. I mean, that's right there at it too, ain't it? Old boy got him a bad case of the executioner hemorrhage going on, don't it? Good Lord, look at it just pouring through there. My brother?
Should be hard to find.
I got a feeling you flat just busted his heart wide open. Look at it just pouring, and it just started. Dude, look at it through there. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is crazy. All right. Q-Man, won't you just follow the red executioner hemorrhage trail there? Jeez, I mean, it is, I have just sprayed all over everything. Yeah, I mean, it's just, Q, I mean, he is spraying almost 3 and 4 foot wide. Oh.
How many points? 1, 2, 3, 7 points.
Oh gosh. Q and I have been getting pictures of this deer now for about a month. I remember the deer from last year. He was just puny and mess. He just had mess that just never know it was not going to do. But I'll guarantee you one thing: he was at every corn pile. For a deer that ate so much food. He had no body size, and we've got way too nice a deer around here, so. Well, Q-Man, what do you think?
Turkey.
When we're home here in North Carolina, you know, sometimes you just need to fill the freezer and get some jerky, and that's what Jeff and Coach Q has done today. Guys, if you follow us on Facebook at all, you know that we've got a really nice deer here at the farm that we call Big Sexy. It's the last day in Ohio. We're back up here with Rocky again, and unfortunately, here again we didn't have a cameraman with Rocky, but he has an encounter with Big Sexy today, and we're going to pick up on the tail end of it.
Walked around, stuck his nose up in there again, winded. Come almost 20 yards from me, but had all I had was the chest shot. I was waiting for him to turn, and he never turned, and all of a sudden he just spun around. All I had was a tail shot, and he come out 30 yards from me, broadside, stopped, and that's the only thing I had, so I took it.
Yeah.
But arrow went all the way through. I don't know.
I don't know what we're gonna do with y'all two. Want in the world, y'all both shoot big deer.
Hey, we're trying to be Indians, man. Shoot them with a stick and a string.
Oh yeah, good blood.
Hey, there's some right here at your foot.
We tracked Big Sexy for probably, I don't know, 500-600 yards that night, just finding little pin drops. And Rocky looks at me and he says, "What do you think?" And I said, "Well," I said, "I think it's your deer. You shot at him, and I'm going to look as long as you want to look for this deer. But my personal opinion, we're wasting our time. We're looking for something that we're never going to find." And Rocky agreed with me, and we backed out and headed back to camp. Now, guys, we got back to camp and we start talking, and of course Rocky's down in the dumps, and you know where all the spirits are a little low, and I promise you, nobody at camp feels worse than the outfitter himself. I know I felt just as bad about it as Rocky does. Rocky hates to let a trophy like that get away, I especially, and any outfitter especially, hates to let one get away. We've babied these deer all summer, all year, all through antler growth, and we've kept up with them. We know where they are, and then you get a shot at the deer, and unfortunately you don't get to harvest the deer. But that's the way hunting goes. You know, if you hunt long enough, those things are going to happen. But I can promise you that I'm speaking for every outfitter. We feel just as bad as the hunter who makes the shot and don't get to harvest his deer, I promise. Now that was the second deer on opening week, second really good deer that we had got an arrow into, and as luck would have it, we didn't come across either one of these deer. Not busting on anybody, not talking down about it to anybody, because anything can happen. I've made bad shots. I'll make a bad shot again, I promise you, if I keep hunting. But practice, guys, practice up with those bows. Make sure you're using good equipment. I'm not throwing off anybody's equipment either, but these deer in Ohio are big-bodied, huge deer. They're tough to kill. You got to make a good shot, and you got to have the best equipment you can. That's why we only use Executioner broadheads when we're up here hunting. Anyhow, we're sitting around camp, and nobody's found Big Sexy, and it comes around a couple weeks later, and we're checking cameras again. We've been checking cameras and just hoping that, you know, one of these two deer we've shot will show back up on camera. And I get one picture 2 weeks later of this deer right here. And all you can see is the left side partial of his main frame. And me and Austin sitting there looking at the pictures, and I look at Austin before I scroll to the next picture, and I said, you know who that is? And Austin just looked at the picture, and he looked at me, and he looked back at the picture, and he looked at me, and he kind of gave me a weird look, and I said, that's Big Sexy. Hit the button, went to the next picture. Sure enough, he stepped out a little further, and you can see the drop time. And thank the Lord, you know, Big Sexy has survived this. He's still on the farm as of right now. Late muzzleloader season's coming up here in 2 days. I'm headed back to Ohio, and he's still on the hit list. So, you know, these deer are tough. That just goes to show you how tough they are. We got several pictures of Big Sexy since then. The next few pictures after we got of Big Sexy, the original, when he first showed back up, you can see clearly on Big Sexy where Rocky had hit the deer, and it was high. It was just right where we thought it would be, and luckily it didn't clip the spine, or it didn't clip the top of the lungs, and luckily for Big Sexy, I guess. But anyway, he's back. He's still on the farm, and we're still looking for him. So you guys keep watching, and I'm sure we'll have some more encounters with Big Sexy before the year's over. Now guys, I want to thank y'all again this week for watching. I want to thank you for tuning in, spending 30 minutes with us here at Trophy Room Adventures. I want to invite you guys to come up to Ohio. I want you guys to come up and be part of the show, just like Rocky and Steven and all the guys have done, Alan. And come on up, book your hunt with us. We'll try our best to put you on deer like we're doing for these other guys, and we'll see what happens. You never know. Hopefully a cameraman will be sitting in the tree with you, and we'll be able to get it on TV. So you guys just get in touch with us any way you can. Write us a note, send us a letter, email, Facebook, any way you want to get in touch with us. Just get in touch with us. You can go to www.trophyroomadventures.com, or you can go to facebook.com/Trophy Room Adventures TV. Send us a message. Anything you want to do, just get in touch with us, and we'll make it happen. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll be back next week.
Why you got? I don't know why you got to be such a pudding head. I think it's gonna work out pretty good. What do you mean good? You thinking about what you gotta say? You gotta say it.
I'm saying, hey, I'm Couture.
I don't care what you say. Let's go. What is the date? Anything?
I'm saying, hey, I'm Couture. Right, hunting here with Trophy Room Adventures in North Carolina. It's October 22nd. We're still in our bow season. We're going to use the execution this morning to get some jerky meat.
Well, why didn't you just look at the camera and do that? We'd be walking by now. You slack crap.
I was making sure you said.
I know what it is. You stayed up late last night. I ain't even gonna ask what her name is.
No.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Come on, tell us, Rocky.
I'm sick.
He's sick. He said he's sick.
Man, you need glasses or something. You're getting old. put some explosives on the tip of that air.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that Rambo.
That blame rifle.
You should have called your brother Rambo to give me that missile on him. That's right.
There's a flashlight, Monroe.
Blow him up.